Hello and welcome to Tiger Videos. This is our very first fight film forecast, where we take a look at upcoming action movies and talk about the people involved in the project. This is one of the new shows on our channel, and what better to start off with than this movie. Mulan 2020 is opening on March 27th. Because our channel is mostly about action choreography, we're going to be talking about the people that will be affecting the action scenes in this movie. Once it is out, we may go into specifics regarding the action/martial arts scenes, but for now we can only talk about who's involved. Before we get into stunt and fight coordinators, we should probably bring up the director and cast. When looking into Nikki Caro's other films, I noticed she directs a lot of dramas, her most popular being the film Whale Rider, which is also a film about a young girl trying to achieve in a male-dominated society. I haven't seen it yet, but based on the trailer, it reminds me a lot of the premise of Mulan. Anyway, one thing that I thought was interesting was that this is her first action film according to IMDb. It's gonna be interesting to see how she's gonna tackle this kind of story. I know Mulan is a character-based story, but I only really care about addressing the action elements, so I admit it's fun to see if a director fails at this or is ready for just this one picture. Kinda like Ang Lee. As for the writer Rick Jaffa, his experience in action is... oh, shit. He's apparently also working on the new Avatar, so that's pretty neat to think about, I guess. The cast seems pretty good. Michael, Jason, and I are great fans of Donnie Yen and Jet Li. Jet Li playing the Emperor was a little strange to me. If he has a fight scene, I will not be upset in the slightest, even if it doesn't make any sense. It seems like Donnie Yen will get to shine as a lead role, and hopefully we'll have a lot of fun fight scenes in there. I'm not worried about him doing well because he can do great in fight scenes as long as the choreographers are prepared to do a good job. Jason Scott Lee is in there as well, and other than the fact that he's a main character, I wanted to bring him up because I saw him in this documentary about the Shaolin Temple that you should absolutely check out if you're interested in that kind of stuff. I think his experience as a martial artist will definitely become relevant in his role. The main actress, Yifei Louis, I could be pronouncing that wrong, is a face you may know from the Forbidden Kingdom as Golden Sparrow. She's kind of fun to watch and clearly has some martial art experience, and according to the director, she's done an extra training for this film.
But it wasn't until we sent you to physical training and you did 90 minutes of weights that I knew that you were a warrior.
I couldn't find a whole lot about it, but it's something I always consider when getting excited for action flicks. As for the stunt coordinator, it's Ben Cook. He's known for excellent films such as Jupiter Ascending, Cowboys and Aliens. In all seriousness, he's worked on relevant work such as Lord of the Rings trilogy and Jason Bourne and Casino Royale. I say Lord of the Rings because they're large-scale war movies, but also the 007 and Bourne films because they feature pretty good stunt work and great action scenes. These films include some fantasy elements and drama, but also an appreciation for a hint of realism and grittiness, and that can go a long way in this kind of movie. I'm confident the stunt work will be great, if not passable. The person I'm most excited to talk about is Heidi Moneymaker. Are you fucking kidding me? Her portfolio features a lot of Marvel movies, a lot of work seems to do with stunts and stunt doubling specifically, even on the John Wick films. Oh hey look, Jupiter Ascending. But this is her first listing as a fight coordinator. She clearly has a lot of experience, so I hope she does an excellent job with this film. I'm holding you accountable for the elements I'm judging this entire movie on Moneymaker. No, seriously, is that a real name? I'm gonna try to see this one in theaters. There's clearly experienced people on this project, but keep in mind, this is still a live-action Disney remake. It's pretty obvious Disney has been pandering to the feminist audience, which has felt pretty manipulative in the last couple of remakes. But in this one, it's the story of Mulan, which is probably my favorite Disney film. It definitely makes sense, especially in this story, to pander to that demographic. So the reason I'm worried about this Disney live-action remake is that they could ruin what could be an excellent female-driven story by having her pull off this bullshit. Like I said, the fight coordinator is known for Marvel films, which is also owned by Disney, so I'm thinking she's gonna be some invincible superhero. In the original Mulan, she's not some invincible badass. She's a very clever, well-trained warrior. Hell yeah, she can fight, but she's not an invincible superhero. What makes her a badass is that she is not as strong as the men around her. She has to use her skill and wit to win. It kind of seems that Disney is going to be all, oh yeah, she trained a little bit, now she's in a perfect superhero, girl power. I haven't even mentioned this film is about Chinese warfare. There should be mad use of Chinese martial arts, not superhero bullshit. You might be saying, won't young girls be empowered if she's pulling off some impossible stuff? Yeah, probably. But I don't see why that would be more inspiring to young girls than seeing realistic action. Hell, I was a little boy when I watched the original Mulan and I was inspired because she felt somewhat real. Yeah, I also got inspired by lots of superheroes, but they were supposed to be that powerful. Mulan is just a regular human. I don't worry too much about analyzing the action in superhero flicks anyway, as long as they're entertaining. But Disney has a chance to make a fight scene more impactful and inspiring by making them realistic, and I don't think they will. I'm sure the general stunts will be done well, but I'm worried I'll be bored. Having Mulan's character developed is also important to these scenes, which is why you should have a good writer. But even assuming they get that correct, if the fight scenes feel like she can't lose, who cares? Black Widow is another Disney movie character. She fights in ways that are fairly realistic considering it's a comic book movie, but she never really feels like she can lose. Again, Moneymaker, don't fail me. A fight scene shouldn't be to show how cool a character is, it's to show a struggle and why a character deserves respect. Anyway, thank you for watching. We have another episode of this coming out about another action movie. That'll probably be released a little bit after the Mulan film, so I can give my thoughts on it at the beginning. It'll be a short part of that video, so if you want to know exactly why the action did or did not work, let us know in the comments, and we'll put together a discussion with those of us from TV who have watched it. See you at the movie theaters.